Hello, friends. It's Carla, your online doctor, with today's Live in 5. Today is Monday, August 3rd. It is 5 p.m. So, I've been reading information on COVID-19 that is suggesting the virus is mutating, making it less harmful. Now, viruses normally mutate over time since each time they replicate, mistakes, which is what happens every single time cells reproduce. So we understand that that normally happens, and it happens in our bodies all the time. Our cells make new cells. But if there's a mistake, a lot of times those mistakes are caught and the cell is destroyed. In the terms of viruses, that mistake may not cause it to be destroyed, and it may continue along and continue to make that virus, again, less dangerous as it makes these mistakes. Now, let's keep talking about that. You'll understand why. Now, coronaviruses usually have an intermediate mutation rate compared to other viruses. They're not the fastest and they're not the slowest. Now, the process is completely random, meaning certain mutations are not selected preferentially over others as it competes against other variants nearby. So other mistakes that happen in other cells, they're not getting chosen. Okay, this is a good mistake, that's a bad mistake. That does not happen. Now, over time, this process creates a more benign virus because the sicker people infected with more dangerous variants isolate, and unfortunately, some of them pass away, they die, and the variant dies off with them. Okay, the less dangerous variants survive in hosts that continue to spread the variant in the population. Now, this explains how a novel virus introduced into a population that has never seen it before, that's why it's called a novel virus, begins with a very high sickness and mortality rate and lessens over time as the virus is attenuated, meaning it's weakened by these variant mutations. Okay. Now, research published in the Journal of Molecular Biology and Evolution demonstrates that COVID-19 interacting in humans is accelerating this attenuation process, this weakening process, above the natural mutation rate exhibited by the virus itself. So us humans are weakening the COVID-19 virus. Now, the authors believe a human enzyme called APOBEC, because that's all you want to know about it. You certainly don't want me to try and say the name, is responsible for this process. Now, they took over 15,000 virus samples from infected people and tracked the mutations in them over time. Okay, they found there was an abnormally high rate of mutation causing the nucleotide in the RNA chain, the nucleotide C or cytosine, to mutate to the nucleotide U or uracil. Okay, remember all the way back to biology, in the viral RNA. Okay, so the C is changed to U's more commonly, or more frequently, I should say, than would be expected. Now, this sequence appeared, again, much more than predicted by a random variation. Okay, so what they're trying to say is that this may be happening on purpose. Now, what do the extra U's in the sequence actually do? So they make the virus less fit and slow down its replication in the human body, partly because our immune system can now destroy it because it can recognize it. Okay, all without any antibody response. Okay, we've talked about that. This is all T cell related. Now, the interesting thing about that is that's one of the problems we've had with this virus, is because of its protein cover and whatever else, our immune system is finding it very difficult to identify it and destroy it. So these changes make it, it's like taking off its invisible cape. Aha, we see you and now we can destroy you. And I'm not making light of it. I'm trying to explain it in a sense that how your body is seeing this virus, or in this case, not seeing it. So what is causing the high level of conversion of the cytosine to uracil in the viral RNA? Enzymes called ApoBEC, and here you go. It's lipoprotein B mRNA editing enzyme catalytic polypeptide like. Yeah, okay, let's just go with ApoBEC. So these enzymes make a part of our innate immune response. Okay, and a side note just there, one of the cofactors that enzyme use is zinc. So you wonder why zinc is being used right now? I'm not going to go there any further, but yeah, take your zinc. Now, scientists believe this will translate to the death rate going down and a larger portion of the infected population exhibiting less or no symptoms over time. Now, let's hope that this science continues to show that trend, because that's really good. Okay? Let our human bodies be attacking this virus, because remember, viruses are not alive on their own. They only replicate or reproduce when they infect your cells. And then they take over the functioning of your cells to make more of them. Yeah, they're parasites, okay? They're classified as viruses, but they're a parasite. They cannot live on their own. So if our bodies can identify them and cause them to make changes and make errors and make mistakes and become weaker, yay for us, because less people will get sick, less people will die, and hopefully we will get control of the situation. So on that note, I hope I wasn't too sciencey today. If I was, sorry. I got my glasses on, getting a little geeky on you, but I love it. So anyway, on that note, I hope you guys are having an awesome day. If you are in the path of this Hurricane Isaias, which is a mouthful in and of itself, stay safe, stay indoors. Hope it passes you and everybody in your family is safe. On that note, have a wonderful day, and I will see you again tomorrow for another Live in 5.